People of the courtroom, this is Ace Attorney God, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we will finally go to the final day of the trial and finish this chapter once and for all. Alright, October 20, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh god, everyone's back again. Who is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers? The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of the trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edward. Your opening statement? In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edward seems to be on edge today. Edge today, huh? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edward. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. There she is. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I am a producer from Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer of Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. You must do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. The police gave the court testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's really guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Oh, don't get too worked up like that, Phoenix. Don't get too worked up like that. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate Timbo sticks at the table in front of the trailer. We found Mr. Hammer's body later when we all went to the Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so had Sal take you? The van. There's a van on Studio 2. I had them take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see! Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do this indeed. Okay. The meeting began at 12. Alright. Was to be a rehearsal. Alright. I was fatigued, so I thought to take me. So then we took a 15-minute break. So I ate T-bone steaks and dinner in front of the tray. Wait a second. Hold the phone. Wait a minute. Steak plate. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can one person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting with the picking off salmonella. Oh, I want to see this. He was picking off Mr. Manella. Mr. Wright. Sometimes it's good to find out whether you're joking or being serious. Oh? You remain serious. Yes, Your Honor, I'll do my best. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Of course. Who Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the tray to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Huh. Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous? Objection! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worried that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle awaits you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Alright. Let's see. What was that metal weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't! I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Oh, Phoenix Wright, you are doubting yourself. What is the meaning of this? The spear went to our latex in the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. And that, my friends, is the photo. Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I knew you well enough, but you are going to present the wrong evidence. I sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with the sense that, I must have went too far on that. Okay, Your Honor, I can prove that the samurai spear was not the weapon. Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But somebody fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with the duct tape. Now, tell me how's it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite insane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai, if the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell that was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make a claim that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Free companies have something to be founded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. And this is technically not a murder weapon. But look at this photo. Huh. What's this? Who is the jackhammer standing at the top of the stairs? Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in the photo? See how the fence post pierced through him into the chest? What? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Holy crap. Has happened again! Oh. Mr. Wright, continue! It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez met Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though, whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing and stuff. You deny what I say is true. Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument, Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 4:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off to the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed! Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have done with that body? Well, how could she have dealt with the body, huh? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do it in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's get it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Of course, with the plate. I'm just kidding, the fan. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Oh. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, Ms. Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Vanilla was the conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Salmonella has to be the conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put in the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Yeah, because Mr. Salmonella, Mr. Vanilla Ice Cream wants to just get put in the body. Also, don't forget that they had to put the supposed steel samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. What the? I win? What? What? So, what happens next? Huh? Don't hurt me! Don't you have anything to say? I like how he broke the fourth wall with the question mark. What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. What the freak? What? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. In the result of the battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? What is going on? Order! Mr. Richwood, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Huh? Edgeworth isn't sure? Well, I came in as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again, Vasquez. I like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say that I was said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What will happen if I say it again? You ask the same questions to get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! To come so far only to fail! Oh, man. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Holy crap. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Oh, wow. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have to do anything by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I do see a little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo, I want to hear about what happened until they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that says always gets the guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Yeah, Edgeworth helping us this time. Alright. I was with Sal in Oldback the city when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Power was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Power showed up. The security lady in Oldback was quite agitated, pointing at Powder saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get the search any direction that was. Then I went home. I just screamed Miss Oldback's voice. I see no issue with saying to my testimony. Mr. Wright, your close examination. Okay, Nick, close. We're really close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Alright, let's do this, guys. I was with Salmonella and Oldback. The sister was there too, only Power was absent. Bailey called the police, Power showed up. The security lady, Oldback, pointed to Power saying he did it. I asked to be left out of proceedings, went back to the trailer and get my script and direction notes, then went home. This one actually kind of intrigues me. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It would do that to them, so no, I guess not, but we had to press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? It was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Objection! Your Honor, I have an objection to this witness' last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wasn't being a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have not to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Oh my god, Edgeworth's really helping us this time. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change in defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the Stoke Court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. But the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change your testimony to reflect the reason. I knew the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scene, so I left him behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? You have to find something to peg this on her, or everything we've done till now will be all wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. That line just now. Wait a minute. The hammer wasn't injured, couldn't do any action scene, I left him behind. No! She got it wrong! She got it mixed up! You knew the hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers! What? Oh my god! Mr. Wright, explain yourself! Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured to run through the morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Oh, I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you that wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh! And when he was doing this, well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to the studio too, where he was murdered. Exactly! Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. We got you now, Vasquez. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness, can't you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Huh? Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he fell down 100 times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing! Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is no reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Yes. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence of Miss Vasquez's motive to murder. Of course, it's the 5-year-old photo. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case is currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident participated in Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you D. Vasquez used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil Magister. Yes, undoubtedly it was an constant source of shame for the X-Star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here. Yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Mr. Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Oh, God. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume and fooled security into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who has so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Yes, we've done it. So you did, didn't you? Oh, yes, I am guilty. It was me. Huh. We finally got her. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel, for the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. And that's what happened, everybody. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. And that's how you take the case. Phew! Mr. Edgeworth, where's Chief Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm, as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought yet another miracle! Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found, so it's only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Will Powers not guilty! Finally! Christopher Walken walks the streets again. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh, we have finally done this case after so long. Phew. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to blame for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Path to glory! Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in kids' shows, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me to get more cowbell for him. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh. And thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into the sweaty costume. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Oh. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth! You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Why are you still crying? Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right. I must say, I haven't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we would have met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They're only said to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Well, you helped a lot, and you're kind of changing a little bit. Mr. Wright, is this guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? What would get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so, the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing the accident 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh god, they went on making Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy training cards too, okay? You have to train with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for the real Will Powers. Yep, and the real Christopher Walken. The end, guys. Well, this has been Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And we'll go to the next chapter and finish this off once and for all. Court adjourned.